Hey Judy, we're talking about section B of In the Garden. Just to quickly make the edit we made together, but when you're on measure 3, that B up on the first string, instead of playing it like we said with our middle finger, we're going to use our ring finger because it'll be easier to come out of this the measure before it, the 5 and the 4. You just take your third finger, move it up to the 7th fret. Pinch it with your A and I finger for the open G and the high B there. M finger plays the open B. And then our middle finger is going to drop and play the 7th fret of that third string. And then an open finger. Okay? So really the main thing is third finger is going to play that, a high B, which means your middle finger here is going to play the 7th fret of the third string on that third measure. Okay. Another thing I want to make a quick note of is that we made some changes all because we were trying to avoid this thing they had you doing, which is second finger and pinky moving up and down the neck. We're going to use our first finger and our third finger, and the best example of this is the end of measure 2 there of the B section, that 5 and 4. Okay, you're playing that 5 and that 4 with your ring finger and your first finger. That pinch, P and A, you're going to do that shape a lot. In fact, we're going to get started here now on the fourth measure here. You have an open D string, then you go and put that shape down, that first finger on the 4th fret, which is F sharp, and your ring finger here now is going up on, what is this, on your A, okay? And you're going to pinch this with your thumb and your A finger. All right, and that makes that second beat there, the 4 and the 5 there, together with the P and the A. So you add the open D before that, and then you put this shape down. All right, this same shape, okay, which your first and third finger moves down to then do 2 and 3, or 3 and 2, however you talk about it, okay? And that's the same shape. You play the same thing with your thumb and your A finger, okay? So that's the main thing I want to show you, that this is the same shape. It moves back and forth. Okay, it happens a lot in this song. All right, well, I'm going to take that measure and do it over again. So thumb is an open D. You put that shape down we're talking about on 5 and 4. You move that shape down 2 frets to now be on 3 and 2. And play it with your thumb and your A finger. Okay. Now for the next measure, the last measure of that first line of the B section, you keep this down right where you left off. Okay. But take your middle finger and drop it down to the 3rd fret. Okay. And now your thumb moves to the 5th string, and you're playing the low C and the high G with your thumb and your A finger. Okay, everything else is still down from the pinch you had before. You drop your index finger to play the E now on that 2nd fret E on the second half of that beat. Okay, so that that 8th note thing that's happening with the pinch on the first beat of measure 1, 2, 3, 4. What is that? 5th measure there of section B is the pinch with your thumb coming up on the next string. So it's an I finger plays an open G, and then you go back and pinch just like you've been pinching before. It's this thing. It's still down because you had it down before, so you pinch thumb and A. Okay, so this shape is now moved down. The only thing that's changed is you drop your middle finger for that last measure and then do that pinch again. All right, here it is again. It's an open D. This 1-3 shape we're talking about is going to be on 5 and 4. Move that shape down for 3 and 2. Now drop your middle finger to the note C, keep everything else down, pinch with the 5th and 1st string, thumb comes up to play the 4th string, index finger plays the open G, and then you're going to pinch again on the 4th and 1st string, P and A. Okay, the new part again is one more time, a little slower. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. Okay, so you notice it's just this shape. Okay, and then you drop the middle finger down. All right, we changed something on the next line there. We start with an A on the 1st string. Okay, I'm just gonna have you left off with this shape here. I'm gonna have you just take your ring finger, move it up to the 5th fret A, play it with your A finger, and that's gonna be a quarter note. Okay, we got rid of the bass notes in this part, which was a C up to an open G. We got rid of those 2 notes. It's going to be one A by itself, just like that. Then you're going to take this ring finger, bring it back down to that shape we talked about earlier, okay? Which 3 and 2, we did this before, and then play that with your P and A finger. Okay? Now, we're going to put our middle finger down again for the note C, but we're going to release the other 2 notes for this. Okay? So before we had this down for that shape, we dropped our middle finger and left it there for the last measure of the last line. This time, we're playing this pinch. We're dropping our middle finger and letting the other fingers go, and we're going to play this 3-finger pinch on the 5th string, the 3rd string, and the 1st string with P, I, and A. Just like that. Okay? So just looking at that measure, this is the first measure of the second line of part B. We're going to play an A with an A for a quarter note. You're going to bring that ring finger down so you can play that shape we're talking about. You're going to pinch on the 4th and 1st string. You're going to drop your middle finger and let everything else off and pinch every other string starting on the 4th string. Okay? So those measures together now, starting on, actually I'll start on the, I'll just do the whole thing. Actually, no, I'll isolate this because I think you need to hear it. So the new measures end up being like this. I'm starting on the 4th measure of section B. Open D, pinch with this shape on 5 and 4, bring it down 2 frets, same shape, drop your middle finger, play the 5th and 1st string, thumb comes up for the 8th note, index finger plays the open G, pinch that pinch again on the 4th and 1st string, next line, ring finger comes up, you grab that A, then you bring that shape back down to 3 and 2 and pinch with your P and A finger, drop your middle finger and release the other fingers, play every other string starting on the 4th string with P, I, and A. Alright, now without me talking. Okay, it's a little fast, but yeah, I think you'll get it. Yeah, so here's the whole thing from the B section. This is how it is in context. I'm gonna do it again. Okay, that's what we're talking about here. There's a lot going on, but you start to see these patterns, or at least the shape that we can repeat. I think that'll help you out a lot. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know, but that should do it for today. See you next time.